Okay, now this is the fourth, maybe fifth time that I've tried recording this video. At this point, I'm a little tired, especially because I just put the baby to sleep, but this is a business update. I hope that this goes well. The first time I recorded this, my microphone was actually on a different t-shirt. The second time just had some weird malfunctions, had the factory reset everything, but here we are. So what you're here for, business update. Weather Vane, there's another company that's called WayPoint. There's going to be two more companies that are going to be associated with SEO and then web development. The idea is to create a low-cost, easy and digestible, transparent subscription services that help you with strategy, social media, web development, and then SEO. Let's start here with Weather Vane. Weather Vane, as you guys know, is a digital marketing agency and consultancy a consultant agency for marketing that is powered by Penji. We have sent over 2,000 emails over the past 2 weeks. We've obtained 3 meetings, which, the people that are there, I'm not going to go into the full response rates just yet. Don't have that data directly in front of me just because of everything that has happened. I had it at one point, but not right now. And that's all you get, and that's all that matters. But about 2,000 emails or so, and collected 3 meetings, obtained 2 sales. So we have 2 sales for Weather Vane, paying customers that we're working with in order to provide these services for, which is absolutely amazing, stunning, awesome. The idea is that the customer can hire either part-time or full-time. Part-time meaning that it's going to be 20-ish hours a month, 40 hours for full-time, anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month. So awesome, right? Amazing. Here's the script and how it happened. The script is very simple. It's basically me saying, hi, my name is, I am local to this area. I'm a marketing professional, yada, 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 X number of years. Would love to set up a meeting just to introduce myself, right? That is it. More or less the nuts and bolts of it. Me personally, I believe that your first 100 customers will always be within a 1 to 10 mile radius of where you're geographically located. And that's more or less what I'm doubling down on. I hired an individual, paid them, again, fully transparent, around $250-ish in order to mine thousands upon thousands of emails, not from a list or anything like that. I wanted them to specifically go out and go out and mine the data and the information from the local region. So that way there's a genuine approach to the data, but also a more accurate approach to the information that's being had. That to me is always going to be the most honest and the best approach. That's how it's done at Penji. That's how it's going to be done here. So there's really no different. From there, we did a 2-prong approach where we sent a LinkedIn message, but in addition to that, we also sent an email. It took 2,000 plus emails and messages in order to get this information. So I'm happy with it, specifically because it's one step closer to the goal. And now the real work begins, which is helping the client and making them happy. So let me show you a little bit more on my computer about the Weather Vane website, because I just got done recording all the videos for the website, some of the advertisements. In addition to that, WayPoint, which is going to be a $99 a month subscription social media management service, where if you need content for your website, content for your social media, $99. You sign up, you pay $99, you'll get 30-ish posts per month delivered directly to your inbox. From there, you can do whatever you want with it. The idea here isn't necessarily to be strategy, right? It's not necessarily life-changing, incredible content. It's just for people who are trying to get content posted, right? Like if you don't have the time to do it yourself, or you want to just seem active, that's more or less what's going to be done. Now, you could always provide revisions and offer advice and things like that, but for $99, I think it's pretty digestible, at least for the first like 100 customers or so. I think that's pretty digestible to achieve. And who knows, the prices could increase, but I just think an introductory $99 a month for somebody who needs 30 graphics, I think is, in my opinion, I think is fair. But we'll see. So I want to show you both websites. Again, all designed by Penji. And yeah, I hope you like it. So let's check it out. WayPoint here is Penji. So a little bit more about how to use Penji. I submitted the project just by hitting create project. Once I created project, I went ahead and I researched basically website. When I went into website, I hit website design. I filled out all the prompts and everything else in between. And then from there, I just went into WayPoint. So I'm going to show you more or less the end all be all. I want all the designs to look very similar to one another, just because, I'll be honest with you, I just, there's a lot to manage, and I want to make sure that everything is done exactly the way that it needs to be, and everything is crystal clear, and whatever else in between. So of course now I don't quite remember the name of the project. Here you go. Cool. So I didn't know the name at the time, but let me just kind of show you a little bit more about what it's going to be. This is more or less the final design of the website. Let's just kind of go back to the home page. So it definitely took a couple of iterations. This is the website right here. So a little blurry. Do apologize. This more or less is social media. So therefore, it should look like social media. So there's phones, there's Instagram examples. I really like what the clients say aspect. I just think it's super intriguing because I want videos to be able to express that. But I also want there to be a lot of people focus. So you'll see a lot of pictures of people, but also examples, because people at the end of the day want to feel confident that you could do the work. Now, I also want these companies to be super transparent, and I want everybody to know how much money is being made, how much money is not being made, and how many customers that we're helping. So if I wanted to change something about this specifically, all I have to do is just take my mouse, click on that particular area. Now, this is not an active website, an active project, so I can't make any edits on it. But if I wanted to, I would just take my mouse, click on this particular area, and I can just say with my mouse, hey, fix this or change that or upload this. We're going to have two pricings. I kind of came to the conclusion 2 pricings I think is just a little bit easier from a fatigue standpoint. I think there's a lot of fatigue in subscription marketing as a whole, but here we are. So I think like $99 and maybe $299. I think that's more than fine for a large majority of people. And I think because this is a business that is so low cost, meeting with people is a little bit challenging. So yeah, that's basically what the website looks like. And then you have Weather Vane over here. And this was also designed by Penji, very similar. As you can see, this is copied directly from this website right here. And a lot of the nuances that you see here are also located in the Weather Vane website. There's still some things that need to be changed in full transparency, and it's not like 100% perfect, but the pricing has been updated. It still needs to go through another round of updates because I don't think it's simplified enough. And I want it to be as simple as possible. So still room for improvement, but these were all designed by Penji, and they were also developed by Penji, or at least a Penji company. And this is essentially it, how it's going to work. And disregard, it's dummy copy, but yeah, that's essentially how the website is going to be, WayPoint and Weather Vane. Hope you like it, guys.